Hello everybody, and this is Master Sajadi. I'm going to have a quick overview of Forex metadata for data folder repository. Today we're going to talk about MetaTrader 4 and Source. Hello everybody, and this is Master Sajadi. I'm going to have a quick overview of Forex metadata for data folder repository. Today we're going to talk about MetaTrader 4 and Sourcetree, and I assume you already installed them and have been working with them, and then cloning the data folder repository, how to create your feature branches, and then the typical everyday development process that you would go through. Okay, let's get started. MetaTrader 4. So it should be easy to just go through one of the brokers like forex.com and look for where to download and install MetaTrader 4. Download MetaTrader 4 and here we could basically click on download, and yes, we have downloaded a couple of times now. Okay, you can start running it and give the permissions. Because I have installed it a number of times, I'm gonna select the specific folder that I want this to be installed in. So this would be my 5th instance of forex.com MetaTrader, and that would be my folder. This is going to install it over there. Now, while it's being installed, I can go there. Oh, let's just wait. This is finished, and I suppose MetaTrader 4 is opening now. So this is MetaTrader 4 that was installed for you, and I'm sure you guys have been playing with this thing. And the data folder that keeps all your expert advisors and so on can be accessed by going to File, Open Data Folder, right? And let's assume that you have been playing with the code, like you have been downloading. Let's just stay focused on one of the expert advisors that you guys have been working on. The one that Poonam have been working on is linear regression channel, I suppose. I could look for it here too. And let's try it again. Channel. Oh, that was. How about this one? Custom regression tool. There you go. Okay, this is the one, and let's just download it. Once you start downloading it, it will add it. After downloading, it will add it to your chart, which is not what we want, and it's not running obviously, but Let's just see if it was properly downloaded. Yes, it is here. And let's assume that you wanted to play with this thing or modify it. You can actually go to the editor, meta editor, and let's assume that Poonam has been playing with this. And a good practice should have been to not touch the downloaded code and create your own directory. For example, my expert advisors or something to that extent, and then maybe even get a copy of this thing, save it as in your own directory. You could even change the name, and let's leave it here for now. And you would be, let's say, adding your name to it too, and my name. Let's save this thing, and now let's go back to our agenda. We assume that Sourcetree is also installed. Of course, it's easy to just search for it. Sourcetree, and that's where you can download it for your platform. I suppose it's Windows because we are working on Windows anyway, and so that is assumed. Let's now try to clone our EForT Forex data folder repository. You guys should have access to our Bitbucket repositories. Let's go to our Bitbucket project. EForT you should have access to, and this is it. This is Forex EForT Forex data folder. You can clone it. Of course, there are plenty of different ways. We're gonna use HTTP and clone in Sourcetree. So Sourcetree is already installed. It's gonna open it up. The address is already here for us. It created a new tab. The address is here, and the specific data folder that we want is actually the data folder that we have in here. That is the address that we are interested in, right? Let's get a copy of this and put it here as the data folder. However, Sourcetree would like to have an empty directory, so to do that, let's put all our files in another directory. I'm opening a file explorer, and somewhere in the desktop I can create a data folder, and these are my previous attempts, and then create a new folder for this one. Let me see, where is the actual folder? Okay, so why don't we just go and get the whole directory and get a copy of it. This is the terminal instance of this instance of MetaTrader terminal that we installed. These are my previous attempts, and to make sure that I'm not gonna forget what this one is, this is the one that is installed under forex.com fx05, because the origin txt and that directory basically tells me that, and I'm gonna add that to the beginning of this so that I don't forget. Forex.com this would be the 5th attempt, and that's the instance ID. So I know this is my folder. Now I can go back to the data folder and delete basically the content of the folder. Okay, sure, we should actually close meta editor and meta trader to make sure they are not gonna mess with anything. Let's just save that one. Well, no, that one is already saved, so we're gonna just not save and say try. Good, so it's all empty, and for sure we have kept the copy. Okay, so you don't want to lose your data. This is very important. And to make sure that you're not going to forget the name of this instance, why don't we add that forex.com05 to the name of your clone also, and go ahead, clone it. Fantastic. So we have our master branch, origin development, and all that. Okay, great. Now let's see, we want to, now the cloning is done, let's go here, we have done the cloning, but we need all our files back in their place. But we know that there are going to be some changes, so why don't we first create our feature branch, and in this case it would be EA, and the name of our expert advisor is linear regression channel. So let's see if we can create a new branch, and we are going to have this branch off of we want it off of the development branch, but what we have here is master branch. We are seeing all the branches. Removed branches are here. How can we get the other branches? Of course we could have, when we were cloning, we could have done it from the development, and that would have made our life easier, of course. We could do that, but now that we didn't, so we should create a branch for development of master. This is a local branch for this development, and we check it out. Okay, and off of development we want to create our feature branch, which is in this case EA, linear regression channel. Okay, so everything is up to speed. Now let's see, remember our data folder, this is our copy. We're gonna put a copy of everything back in its place. It's about 468 items, and some of them of course are repeating, and for those we're gonna skip those files because we don't want to overwrite the ones that are already there, and the ones that we care about definitely are not in the repository, because those are the ones that you guys have been working on and I have no knowledge of those. So now after adding this, let's go back to Sourcetree, and this is, let's look at our working copy. Oh, okay, so those are the two files that have been downloaded and modified. See, those are the two that you like, you have been working on, and of course we can now stage them, and this would be your first commit. But maybe you want to first do a quick reorganization and then do this. Let's just unstage them all. Let's go back and take a look at what we have in that directory. So the structure for EForT files, we put everything under EForT. Like if you have an expert advisor for this project EForT, it must be kept under EForT and under the name of your own project. So what we're gonna do is basically move your directory down to EForT and rename it to what it actually is, which is linear regression channel. This would be everything about this expert advisor, okay? And that's the font, so it's a better approach, and that would be our standard. So each of you guys working on your own expert advisor should have a directory named after your expert advisor, and everything regarding that expert advisor should stay here. Of course, if you end up having some include files or creating some indicators, you will put them under EForT directory under include, and then under the name of your project or expert advisor, same if there are libraries and scripts, whatever. Okay, so that would be our way of keeping things clean. Now let's go back and see. Wow, nice. So our expert advisor in the right place, and download, yeah, we leave it there. Let's stage them and then create your commit to your own branch. First commit for linear regression channel, I can't type, channel expert advisor. Let's see, our working copy is now clean, and if we go back to our log history, now we are one commit ahead of the origin. Okay, if we go back to commits here, we see those are the commits that are done by me, and yours have not been reflected here. Also regarding your branches are not here either. We have only master and development. Now let's see if you go ahead and try to push this. First we want to make sure that we are up to speed with what's going on there. We are good. No need for pulling, but just in case. And now you can push And what we are going to do, we are going to push development to the remove development. Remember that we have already created a development branch on the remote. And then the one that we are interested in is our linear regression channel expert advisor. We want on the remote to be represented on that same branch, and then later on when we want this to be on the development, we will do a pull request. Okay, so let's push it. So we're up to speed, and then here let's refresh and see what we got. Perfect. So we do have the name of our development is not the same as the previous development that I created. Anyway, I would have paid attention to this. Yeah. Let's do another push, see what happens. That's the development on development. That would be better. And that would be a much better way of doing things. And is there a way for me to rename? Rename. Perfect. So I can rename my development. A branch name already exists. Okay. But that's okay. We can just drop this. We can just delete. That's perfectly fine. And we can fetch. Right. Because, really a branch is just a pointer to a list of commits. So we are not going to have any problem. Okay, and we haven't done any merging or anything on development. So if we... Okay, as we have this extra development branch with a capital D, we can easily delete that one because it's just a pointer. So let's get rid of it. Okay. So this is what we have, and now we see that our branch is ready, and we can basically create a pull request. So let's create a pull request to merge our changes on EA linear regression channel to the development branch, and continue merging the regression. What was the name of it? Linear regression channel EA to the development branch for the first time. And we can add reviewers. You should add me. Well, because I'm the one creating it, I can't be the reviewer myself. 2, so I'm gonna make Poonam actually to be reviewer for this one, and basically I can create it. Now the pull request has been created, and then in this case, if Poonam would have logged into the Bitbucket, she would have seen this. She could basically go ahead and pull this and test it to make sure everything is fine, and once everything seems to be fine, she could basically merge it. So this should be the process that would be done by me typically, and now we have it merged. So if we go back to our branches and look at development, we see that development has these changes, and if we pull and check out, you see that our changes have been reflected on the development branch, right? And if we check this out, we'll have a development branch locally too, right? Local branch development, right? So which is sync. Fantastic. Okay, so this is it for now. Once again, my name is Masood Sajadi, and you can contact me at sajadi@cs.fiu.edu. Thank you very much.